guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a updated base tutorial. I'm also going to be filming the eyeshadow look for this as well separately, so stay tuned for that coming soon. So for my base, it has been changing a little bit, not a lot, but I still want to update you guys a little bit, especially because some of you guys on TikTok have been asking for a base tutorial, and it has changed a little bit since my last one that I posted on YouTube, so I figured I would update you guys. So for my primer, I did prep my skin already with the milkmakeup Hydro Grip primer. This is really good for a primer that you want to, use to hydrate your skin and really get your foundation to stick and stay in place. So that's why I use this one today. But also my other favorite primer is the milkmakeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. This is the one that I use majority of the time, but I did switch it up today and use the Milk Hydro Grip. Throughout this video, you guys will see me also show you like other products and recommendations that I use along my base routine, so you guys know alternatives that I usually go for because I don't always use the same exact things, but sometimes I like to change it up, but it's just a little bit of, different things here and there. So for foundation today, I'm going to be using the NARS Soft Matte and also a mixture of the All Hours Foundation by YSL. Now, I love these both separately, but I use them together and they work great together as well. The reason why I use them together is because my NARS is too light. This is in the color Syracuse, so I'm actually running out of this shade, so soon enough I will be able to go get a darker shade, and summer is coming up, so I will be able to get a perfect match and probably also something that will be great for the summertime. And then for the YSL All Hours Foundation, this one is a little bit too dark and the undertone is a little off. This one is in the color DN1. So mixing these two together, it just makes a better match for me for what I am right now today. While we are approaching summer, I have not gotten a tan yet, so I'm really excited for that part. But these two don't really match right now, but they're great separately and definitely don't need to use them together. Something that I also have been using and loving lately is the new KVD Good Apple Full Coverage Serum Foundation. I have the color Tan 66. As far as the coverage and the feel of the foundation and the finish of the foundation, I love the foundation itself. So that's also another alternative that I would recommend. So again, I'm going to go in with these two foundations. I'm going to mix a little bit of that NARS with the YSL, of course. And to apply my foundation, I'm going to be using the yslbeauty number 7 brush. This is my favorite foundation brush. Foundation brush on one side and then a concealer brush on the other side. So I'm going to mix these two foundations together, and I'm just going to start applying this on the skin. My skin is clean, it's prepped with primer, so all ready to go. And I just love the finish of these two foundations. And I just kind of go in like a bouncy motion, kind of like a beauty blender to help me blend this out. Next, for concealer, I like to brighten, so I'm going to use the Benefit boi-ing Cakeless Concealer in the color 6.5. Now, this one I believe was in my old routine as well, but I still to this day love this concealer. It's so good. It just does not do me any wrong. And I just kind of do this little triangle shape, and then I kind of go on the top of my lip and then my chin, and then I also like to put a little bit on my forehead. So two concealer recommendations that I have used and loved besides the Benefit one is the Lancome Ultra Wear Camouflage Concealer. I was using the shade 360 Bisque. I love this concealer. I use this concealer also for cream contouring, and it just looks so good, so pigmented, just a beautiful coverage. I don't know if Lancome still has this particular concealer, and I only say that because I haven't actually seen it. But I would definitely look it up if they do or not. And then also another good one was the Pacifica Dream Lit Glow Concealer. This concealer was also really good. Very close to how good it was with the Benefit concealer. I was using the shade number 9, which is actually much brighter, but They blended out perfectly fine for me. But yeah, these two concealers I would say are also something you should try out. And then with my foundation brush, I will blend out my concealer to my foundation and everything, and with no extra product of foundation at all on my brush, just blending out my concealer. And I just love this brush for both concealing and foundation. After concealing, I love to use the Lancome Ultra Wear Camouflage Concealer, like I said earlier, as my cream contour. I have the color 510 Suede, and I'm going to use this as cream contour as said. I'm going to put this on my forehead, along like my cheekbones, and a little bit on my nose as well. And to blend this out, I'm actually using the Sephora number 56 brush, which I absolutely love for cream contouring. Again, along my cheekbones here. And then if I need extra help with blending, I will go back in with my foundation brush, no extra product, and I will just tap along the edges of the cream contour just so that my concealer, foundation, and the cream contour kind of merge and blend together seamlessly. Next is cream blush. Lately, I've been using, let's see, the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the color Love. This is like my favorite one. I have been running out like and scraping this clean basically, but I've tried to find more, and Sephora is always sold out. Like these have been out for a while and they're still always sold out. It's crazy. But this time around, I'm actually going to be using a pink cream blush. This is by moiracosmetics, and it's their Love Heat Cream Blush in the color I Cherish You. If you guys know me, I love peachy, orangey blushes. That's why I love the Rare one so much. But this one is such a nice, pretty, bright pink that it just looks so beautiful on my skin. I just love this color. So I'm going to be using this. I've been using this consistently for a while now, especially because I'm running out of the Rare Beauty one, but I just love this color, and I just use the Rare Beauty brush and I just tap it on my cheekbones. If I have too much, I usually will just go to the other side. And yeah, I love my blush to look, you know, more dramatic, so I do put a bit on. And then same thing, I like to take my foundation brush, no extra product, and just go along the edges of the blush just to make sure that everything looks seamless. And I actually forgot to put cream contour on my nose, so I'm gonna do that right now. Just using whatever is left over on the brush and adding no extra product and just placing that on the sides of my nose. Next, I like to ensure that everything that I put on my face is going to last a long time. So I do like to use a setting spray before I set everything. I'm going to use the Morphe Jumbo Continuous Setting Mist. This is like one of my favorite setting sprays of all time. And then I also love the iconic London Prep Set Glow setting spray. This one is just so pretty. It has shimmer in it, but it's very like soft, tiny sparkles, and it just makes you look glowy in the best way possible. So I love this as well. And this one I like to use while my face is still wet with the creams. And then I will just kind of let that settle in. And now I'm going to set my face with some powders. I believe some of these products coming up are going to be about the same as my last one. But again, I will try to show you guys some alternatives. So this one is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade number 2, which looks like this. I like to use this powder to set my concealing areas, so right underneath my eyes, where I put the concealer above my lip, my chin, and my forehead. So before I go in with that powder, I'm gonna just make sure that my eyes aren't creasing, because if I want to set it, I just want to set it the right way, and I just feel like you need to make sure that you're not creasing, because we want to prevent creasing and we don't want it to make it look like we're creasing, so we might as well try to get rid of the creases before we set. And then to apply this powder, I'm going to be using the Real Techniques 402 setting brush, and I'm going to just place this Charlotte Tilbury powder right underneath my eye while also following along my nose, just so I can get my nose to look a little bit more snatched with the contour. So as far as pressed powders underneath the eye, I would recommend also using either the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless pressed foundation, or you can also use the Turn Up the Base powder by Onesize. It's also a really good powder. Next, I'm going to be using the Hudabeauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting powder, and I like to use the color Blondie. I'm going to use this powder right underneath all of the Charlotte Tilbury powder areas, and I find that when you put a pressed powder first and then a loose powder, it just helps set everything even more than you think you're setting with just the pressed powder or just a loose powder. The combination is just unmatched. So I'm going to take this Huda powder and I'm going to do the same thing and just kind of go along the nose, kind of define it there, and also brighten underneath my eye with this color and ensure that I'm not going to crease and my pores, you know, look a little smaller, and everything just looks so flawless when I do this next step. Next, I like to use Onesize Turn Up the Base powder. I like to use the color Medium Dark 1, and I like to use this powder for the rest of my face. So pretty much where my actual natural color is, which is like right here. And I also like to do it along my forehead just because there is some foundation there without the concealer and stuff. Next, I'm going to do contouring. So this part has changed a little bit. I'm going to start off with the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in the color Give Me Sun. This is basically a face powder, but I use it as like contouring. And I go along my hairline with this color right on top of the cream contour. Mind you, I have not set my cream contour yet with anything. It's still very much wet. So I'm going to set it with this powder right here that is a little bit darker than me so that I can warm up my face. And something new that I've been loving to use is the ColourPop's new matte bronzer in the color Pacific Beach. And this color actually is a little bit darker for me. I feel like in the summertime it's going to be like the perfect one for me, but I definitely have to layer it for now with the MAC one just because the MAC one is like perfect for me right now, but this one's like a little too dark, so if I don't blend it together, it just there's a chance that I might like overdo it, you know, so I kind of have to lightly go on top of the MAC one with this one. But I just love this color, and I just know for summertime, like once I get tanned, this is going to be the one. And on top of all of that, I love to make my bronzer contours glowy, so I use the maccosmetics Mineralize Skin Finish in the color Gold Deposit, which is essentially a highlighter, and I just like to make my contour look glowy. Next, for blush, once again, I have not set the blush with anything, so I'm going to be setting it with the ColourPop Pressed Powder Blush in the color Staycation. I have been obsessed with this blush as well. It's so pretty. Again, it's pink, and I'm not really a pink blush girl, but this one, it just is everything to me. And you guys have also been loving it on TikTok, and I'm here for it because I love it too. It's just irresistible. But yeah, I'm gonna put this right on top of the moiracosmetics cream blush. Next, I'm going to be using the Kaleidos Space Age highlighter in the color Gifted. This combination with the blush has been everything because this is a pink blush, or not pink blush, but pink highlighter. And it just looks so pretty against the blush because it's pink as well. So this combination has been definitely the best match. And I like to also put it on the temple of my forehead and then also down my nose. Next, I'm going to do my brows. My brows have been pretty much the same. I think I like to go for that laminated soap brow look without doing the typical steps that you would do for that. So I'm going to take the Benefit Pomade Brow Pomade, and I like to use the color number 4. And I take the product on the back of my hand just because with this you can go dark really fast. So I kind of want to thin out the product so that I'm not grabbing too much. And then once I have a good amount of product on the brush, that's when I will go in with my brows and just brush them up. And then also I like to start at the very bottom edge just because that's where it most likely will be the darkest. And then once I start applying, I will just start spreading out the product thinly throughout my brow. Making sure I'm leaving the front very natural and sheer. And then I will grab more product. I'm gonna do like the tail end of it, which I like it to be darker for that part. And then I like to lightly fill in the top. And then once I have both of them filled, that's when I will do the kind of like flat soap brow look using the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I will just use this brush. This brush is perfect for like that flat brow because you can flatten it with the applicator. And so I just kind of brush the product through my brow and use the applicator to flatten them. And now usually I will do faux freckles. I like to use the Freck XL freckle product because it just is so cute to put on freckles. I just like to dot them on in like random spots. Nothing like too structured or anything like that. And I'll take my finger and blot the dots. And then I also like to do beauty marks with this product, so I will put on a dot that I plan to keep on my face without blending it or blurring it out. Next, I'm going to be doing lips. So for lips, I like to take a makeup wipe and remove any products, foundation. I just don't like applying on top of foundation, so I like to remove it with my makeup wipe. For a liner, I pretty much use the same liners all the time, or if not the same exact ones, liners that look like the same color. But for the most part, these are my go-tos. I love the MAC Cork liner, and then I also like to top it off with the Charlottetilbury Lip Cheat Pillow Talk Intense liner in the shade 3 Intense. So I'm gonna go in with a cork one first since it's lighter. And then I will take the Charlottetilbury pencil and kind of outline the very edge of my lip. For lipstick, my lipsticks kind of change. There's not one that I wear every single day. I have ones that I wear weekly, but they always change, especially depending on the look that I'm wearing. My top favorite ones at the moment are Blankety by MAC is always like a favorite. I also love the Glam Light collaboration that they did with Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. And I'm not sure what the name of this lipstick is. I'm sure you could find it online, but this is such a pretty peachy lipstick, and I love this one so much. I've also been using a few of the Beauty Creation lipsticks. Like this one is in the color Got It Twisted. It's just such a nice like peachy brown nude lipstick. And then I also have been loving the About Face painted lip color in the color Sad Song, which is like a liquid lipstick, and this one is just like a true like neutral brown liquid lipstick, and I love this one. But yeah, those are some of the ones that I've been using. There's not really one consistently that I use all the time, but for today I'm going to be using the Nova Beauty lipstick called Heaven, and I feel like this is like a nice pink nude, so I feel like it'll go great with like the blush and stuff. So I'm gonna put this right in the center of my lip. Same with glosses. I switch out glosses depending on the lip as well. So today I'm gonna be using the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Gloss in the color Daisy Girl. And I'm just gonna put this on as well. Such a cute lip combination. Love it. I'm obsessed. And now I'm gonna do my eyes off camera. I'm gonna be filming my eyes in a separate video, so if you want to see how I do my eyes, then stay tuned because it's coming. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and my little updated base routine and got some tips and tricks, and also just seeing what else I use besides just what I'm using so far. But yeah, if you guys want to check out the eyeshadow tutorial, it is coming soon. I really love how it came out so cool and gives me, you know, Xenon out of space, you know, vibes. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!